Hello and welcome to Behind the Barricade. We have an extremely special guest with us here today. We have our amazing, inspirational director, Dave Clemmons, here. Thank you for being on our little Behind the Barricade show.
Absolutely.
So you have been involved with Les Mis for a long time.
Long time.
Can you give us a little bit of your background, history?
Yeah, you know, I think it started with seeing the show when it opened on Broadway and just blown away by it. I just thought it was one of the greatest pieces of theater I'd ever seen. And, it was one of those things that even as a young performer, I was like, I've got to do that. I've got to be a part of it. Sure. And kept weaseling my way around things until I finally was a part of it. And 1991, they sent me out to the road. I was an understudy and then moved up and played Valjean for 2 years and then moved to the Broadway company. And so did that basically 91 through 94.
Wow, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
it was a great thing.
Have you directed this before?
I have. I did. I've done pieces from it all over the place, but then it was about 2003, I guess it was. So 11 years ago, we did.
11 years ago.
We did it. It was at Memorial Auditorium. It was the Wake County Schools. So any kid in the public Wake County schools, high schools, could audition for it. So we did it in Memorial Auditorium, and then it was so successful that they brought it back like a few months later. And
sure. How was that with such mature subject matter and working with
at
high
first
school
it was really interesting, and at first I was like, there's no way we can do this, and but these kids, they just rose to the occasion. They were so good, and they got it. And I just went back and watched the video as we were preparing for this to kind of see how I solved some of the turntable problems.
Sure.
And I'd forgotten how good these kids were. They just gave it a lot of heart, and they looked older than they were, and
cool.
They just did great. I was just stunned at how well they did.
That's cool. And so for all of you out there, today we had our final designer run, which means we performed the show bare bones, basically what we have in the studio, for the other designers, meaning our set designer, sound, lighting, costume, everything that we will then layer on top once we move into our beautiful Memorial Auditorium. So how, in your opinion, do you think it went today?
I thought it went very well. I mean, for really, in essence, what we did was, everything we did today was what we had done in 6 days. And
which in any sort of theater realm is like
crazy, but for this show is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I was throwing, props and some sets and staging and everything at you guys all at once, plus the music, which is no small feat. And I thought everybody just did terrific. I thought everybody rose to the occasion. I thought we had a terrific run. I think we're as good as we could hope to be at this point in the game.
What are you most anxious about for this show?
Anxious
in a good way, anxious in a bad way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm anxious to hear it and see it because I know what the sound and lights are going to do, and they have such high quality here. So I'm anxious in a good way just to see it all come together and that excitement that comes. And then, I'm just worried as in with any show, when you get to tech, you hit the wall, and you hear, hold please, more than you want to hear it. So it's about when we do hit those walls, how we work through them, and how do we solve that costume change, how do we fix that set thing, how do we fix that light cue, and it'll get done. There's no doubt in my mind it'll get done, but that's the stuff, the unknown, I guess, is what you may be
That's so interesting, because I don't think that people necessarily think of a director as a problem solver.
Right.
And having to overcome those hurdles that
right. I mean,
don't even necessarily initially enter your mind.
That's right. And, if all of a sudden, you're running a scene and somebody's not there, well, where are they? Oh, they didn't make their costume change. Oh, well, how do we solve that? Do we get them off earlier? Can we do the change differently? Can we change the costume? Yeah, so you have to just, I become sort of the command, well, Alan's really the command central, but I'm sort of the looking at it, trying to help figure out how do we solve.
You're the president.
Right, there you go.
He's the president.
There you go. And I just have to, as much as possible, figure out how we solve it while artistically maintaining what we want to do and the story we're trying to tell.
Wow, that's quite a job.
Especially with this show.
Yeah, 3 hours.
3
That
hours.
being said, you should probably get some sleep.
I guess I should, yeah, probably.
So thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
And we can't
Absolutely.
wait for all of you to see it.
Absolutely.
Have
Come
a great
see us.
one.